You have white walls, red on top, fire, passion, beauty.
Handyman.
Early in the morning on a Saturday, I want to get it done. But we're sanding today. What you need to understand whenever you're sanding is that dust is literally going to go everywhere. So any place that you don't want dust, prep. It'll take you like 5 minutes. If you guys remember the dining room, and I was prepping all the windows and all that stuff whenever I was doing all the popcorn sealing, that's pretty much what I'm going to do here. Works wonders, baby. Alright, hopefully you guys can hear me. All the prep is ready to go. Don't forget your safety glasses and your ventilator. It doesn't need to be this intense, I just had this one around. But, very brief tutorial on sanding. You want to go and sand more of the big imperfections. If you can see around the edge here, there's a little bit more, but in the middle there's not as much. So, if there's not as much, don't sand as much, okay? Just a light sanding in the middle. And then around the imperfections, you can take a little bit more off. And then the edges, just kind of feather away from the edges. Because they should already be flat, so you don't need to take off a lot of the edges. So up. And that's it. That's all you have to do. With that said, let's get this going. Okay, I got the ceiling done, and technically this wall's done. So I kind of want to start painting the ceiling just to see what it looks like in a couple of places. And the reason for that, instead of like doing everything, is because I want to do this in chunks because it's such a big room, and I want to feel like I'm making progress either way. So I sanded the entire ceiling in all of its entirety, and I'm not gonna do everything. I'm just gonna start going to town and just, see what it looks like. And I'm basically just doing white for now. I just want everything white, just so I can start putting things on or whatnot. And I'm gonna live in the room for a little bit before I actually do this. So this is gonna be like a painting, sanding, tons of fun. So, let's do it. Sweet.
Handyman activate extender rod.
Wish me luck. Now it's all about even pressure, and it's all about not pushing too hard. And you've got tons of paint. You can always buy more paint. If it comes up really nasty on your ceiling, it's just gonna look wrong. And you don't want that. You don't want your ceiling to look wrong, do you? I don't think Handyman does either. So, you kind of just even pressure.
Hello.
This green is so dark. Do the painting, I haven't decided on a color yet. Maybe I'll go bold. Maybe I'll do like NC State red, who knows? Probably not. You have white walls, red on top, fire, passion, beauty. Sorry, I just got really excited. I just bought a giant tub of paint. Look at this thing. Look at that. Oh, and it's like filled all the way to the top. Beautiful. I have no earthly idea how I'm gonna get all the paint out. There was a little top thing on it that I can pull off. I wonder if that's like, okay. Taking the rod off. Although, check it out guys, looks pretty sweet. So, yeah, made some progress. You guys remember the ceiling? Back up a little bit so you can see. You guys remember the ceiling? Looks pretty good, pretty sweet. The green areas are still very much green, but at least I got a first coat on. The rest is looking awesome. Let's see what we got over here. And the wall, yes, yes. It just keeps going and going and going. Got this little smidge of a spot right here, and then all the walls are done. And of course, as I'm doing the last wall, I turn around and the battery's dead. But as you guys can see, all the walls are now painted, which is awesome. They at least have their first coat on there. Again, the walls, they are all painted. I have the ceiling that I'm gonna do this morning, and I'm gonna paint it, and then I'm gonna paint all the walls one more time just to get a really good even coat. So yeah, let's keep going.
It's really hard to talk with this thing on, but I look really cool.
As you all can see in this magnificence, is that it's almost done! Yeah! So close. You see this one little spot right there. Right there. This one. And I had to add a little bit of spackle to this one spot because it was a little bit more edgy than the rest. So, I'm gonna sand it. Oh, yeah, that's a good thing. If you are sanding and you notice, for the camera to focus, okay, if you are sanding and you notice, oh my gosh, you guys haven't seen it all like done up. Oh my goodness, look at this, look at this. And when you're sanding, you notice, hey, this one area looks a little bit rougher than the rest. It's okay. One thing I found out whenever I'm sanding is if I sand like an area and then paint it like right away, if I know that it's good, it makes me feel like I've been making progress. So with that said, I've gotten all of it sanded and painted except for this one area. So I'm gonna sand this one area, I'm gonna paint it, and then I'm gonna call it quits on this video. What do you say? I don't care what you say, because I'm Handy Man. No, I really do care what you guys say. But regardless, I'm almost done. Oh. Another thing. If you have a light on and you diffuse towards the back, you'll be able to see the shadows and the imperfections a little bit more. Now, for a perfectionist, this is bad because you need to understand when you're doing the work yourself. As a DIYer, as a contractor, you know it's not going to be perfect. You have to know that going in. I know that not going in. With the diffuse light pushing on this one area, I'm like, you know what? It's not as bad as it was. But the only people that are going to notice it are the ones that pay attention to it that you mentioned. If I'm like, oh, I wish I could have done this one area better, then they would be like, oh, I understand. Yeah, because you mentioned it, I'm looking for it. But if you don't look for it, if you don't mention it, nobody's gonna look for it. All right? So, with that said, and we're done. I mentioned this the last time that I painted a ceiling. When you're painting a ceiling, it is less important to get and push really hard and get as much paint on there as possible. Less important. The most important thing is even pressure. You want even pressure throughout the whole thing so that you can get a nice even coat with no streaks. That's what you want, no streaks, okay? You want even pressure. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to keep going back, hit that subscribe button. I'm serious, guys. I have one more video left of this living room. Now, granted, I'm not going to be able to do the floor, but I'm going to be able to do everything else with the next video. So stay tuned. There will be more adventures from the handyman because the living room is almost done, guys. The living room is almost done. The living room is almost done. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at this. Look how cool this thing looks. Just, can you even picture what it looked like before?
Next time on the Adventures of Handyman.